everyone, welcome back. So today we'll be studying about the functions in Excel, the basic functions in Excel we'll be studying. So in the last lecture, if you remember, we had understood about what the difference between the formula and functions, right? And we also saw the basic four formulas which we use in Excel, which is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, right? So of course, again, these basic formulas will only be used in the functions, right? But in the form of proper predefined functions. Okay, they will contain arguments, they will contain the main function which you are using, everything. So today we'll be seeing the basic functions which we use in Excel, and those are sum, product, then average, okay, then count, count A, count blank. Okay, these are the basic functions which we actually use in Excel. Okay, other than these, there are more basic functions which you can say minimum and maximum. Okay, we'll be seeing this. Don't think that it'll take a lot of time. No, it won't take a lot of time. A few minutes of yours. All right, so let's begin with the first one, sum. Now, I want a sum. Okay, bracket, and then you can actually select this entire range or array of cells and then close it and enter. Here you get the sum. Okay, now why is it coming like this? Because a new column has been created, because it is actually in the form of a table. So give me a minute, I'll delete this. Just a minute, please. I'm sorry for this. Yeah. Okay, so suppose we do it here. Let's see if it works. Okay, yeah, sum bracket. Don't forget to use the bracket. Okay, then this entire thing, and then right. So here it didn't come. Why did it come there? Did you understand the difference? Because here it actually assumed, the Excel automatically assumed that I'm creating some another table, or I'm adding some table in the already existing thing, right? That's why it actually created a table of its own. But now here it didn't create a table, because here it could not see anything nearby like that, right? Got it? Okay, so this is how you actually use the function sum. Okay, it's showing table 13 sales because I'm actually created a table kind of thing here. How do you understand that it's a table kind of thing? By seeing this thing. These filters are there when you actually create a table. Okay, otherwise it's not present. Otherwise, when you write, just suppose I copy this and paste this here. See what happened, again a column got created, a table column got created, but this came normally here. Can you see this? No, it's not here near month. Understood, right? So this is just for the headers of the table. Okay, anyway, so let's get back to our thing. Yeah, so sum is what? Okay, let me do one thing so that you don't get confused. Let me write these numbers here. Okay, now they are not a part of that table. Fine. Now let us do the sum again. Sum, bracket, then these cells and bracket close. Understood? Now if you see this in the formula box or formula pane here, can you see that table sales is not written now? Why? Because it is not a part of that table which we had actually created. Understood, guys? Okay. So this was the way how you actually do sum. Okay. One more thing is there. See, one shortcut I'll tell you for auto sum. Do you know what is auto sum? I'll show you. Wait. Can you see this here? Auto sum. Okay. Auto sum is again a shortcut to actually calculate the sum of something or some cells. Now there is a shortcut for auto sum, and that shortcut is what? Alt plus equal to. Now let us try doing it actually. Okay, so I'm selecting these cells, yes, and I'm pressing alt plus equal to. You see, I got the sum here. So this is a shortcut. See, there are various shortcuts in Excel which actually make your work easier. So we'll be learning them one by one gradually. For today, the shortcut which we have learned is auto sum. Alt plus equal to. Okay, so this was about the something. Now we'll see about product. Okay, so equal to product, brackets again. Now I'm selecting all of these and bracket close and enter. Now, can you tell me why is it showing this number here? Because the answer, the result is a very large number. That's why it is showing it as exponential. Now, what is actually exponential? I'll be telling you that later on, okay? Because right now I don't think it's needed. Right now we're just understanding what and how do you use the functions, the basic functions. So it is actually showing you what? The number, because it's a very large number. So even if you extend this, the width, the height and everything, even then you will not get the number. Okay, but if you extend it to a very large extent, then maybe you can get the number. Okay, so let us try with some smaller number. Product, sorry for the spelling, product, and suppose I want to calculate the product of these two. So here is the answer. Right? Understood? Okay. Now let us calculate the average. Right? The average. Okay. Now average of these numbers. All these numbers. You know what is actually meant by average? What is meant by average? Adding up all the values which are given divided by the number of values. So what is average? The total of all the values upon or divided by the number of values. So let us take out the average of all of these numbers. Okay. So for that, what is the formula? Again, whatever you want to calculate, guys, just write equal to and type that thing. So here comes the average. Bracket again, and all of these numbers and bracket close. So here you get the average as 4,200. Understood? So this is how you calculate the average, the sum, the product. Now let us see one more very simple thing, minimum and maximum. So write down equal to by default you have to write down. So even if I don't say it every time, please don't understand that you don't have to write it. Equal to will always be there whenever you are using a function in Excel. So equal to minimum. You don't need to write the whole thing, just min. Okay, min, and out of which numbers you want the minimum number. So all of these, and here we get what? 1500. What does that mean? Out of all the values, 1500 is the smallest value. Okay, the same thing goes for maximum. Of course, it will return the maximum value which you have out of all these numbers. Okay, now let me tell you something. Can you see this max in the number 1, number 2? Can you see this? These are called the arguments of that function. Okay. So even if you don't remember some function, even if you don't remember how to write that syntax of the function, just write max brackets and you will automatically get the syntax. Alright guys, so please don't worry that you have to remember and mug up all the functions. Of course, that's not possible. Okay. So you can just write down that function. You can, begin writing that down and then you will get the idea, okay, or the arguments which you have actually have to add in that function. Now let us come to something very interesting. Suppose I have a blank here, so if I am moving this from here to here, now you'll understand why I did that, why I wanted to, what actually I wanted to show you. Okay, see, now I'll use the function count. Count actually shows you the cells, the number of cells which actually contain numbers, not text, only numbers. Okay. Count A shows the number of cells which contain something which are not empty. That may be text or number or anything. Okay. So count A will show you the number of cells which contain something which are not empty. Count blank will show you the number of cells which do not contain anything. That means they are empty. So now let us see them one by one. So I'll select these cells again in the column G. So I write count brackets. What will it give me? The number of cells which contain numbers. So let us select this cell also because this is containing a text. We don't want text, right? So okay, fine. And bracket. Now, do you remember how you can select multiple cells which are not nearby? by using control. Press control and then click on the cells which you want to select, right? I've already told you that in the previous lecture, in the lectures in the beginning which I had taken. Okay, and here we get the answer as 4. Why? Let's see. Which all cells did we select? We selected G4 to G6. That means these 4 cells. And which other cell did we select? E3. So it did not count E3 because it was containing a text. It did not contain a number. Got the difference? All right. So this is what? This is count. Now we'll see count A. This will show you what? This will give you the number of cells which contains something. Text or numbers doesn't matter, but it contains something. So again, you will write count A, then bracket. Then again, you will select these all cells. Okay, I've also included the blank cells here. Let's see if it counts them. No, it didn't count. It counted these 4 cells because they contain something, and this is the 5th cell which contains something. These cells which were selected, they are not counted when we write count A. Okay. The next one is count blank. Okay. So count blank will give me what? It will give me the number of cells which actually don't contain anything, which are blank, which are empty. Okay. So again, what I'll do, I'll use equal to count blank and brackets. Equal to in brackets, extremely mandatory. So please don't forget them. Yeah. So brackets. And then again, now I'm selecting all these cells. So how many cells have I selected? 4, 4, 4 and 12 cells I've selected. Okay. Now let's see. It gave me the number as 7. So how many cells? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 cells are blank. So it gave me the number of blank cells. Is that understood, guys? Yes or no? Okay. So I don't think anything else is remaining. The functions which I discussed in the beginning of this lecture, I think I've covered all those functions. This does not mean that there are no more functions. No, there are plenty of functions in Excel. It's just that these are the most commonly used functions or the most basic functions which are very easy to understand and okay. Other than these, the next things, the more complicated things, the advanced parts will be coming up with in the upcoming lectures. Okay, so till then, please keep practicing all of this. I know it's very easy in the beginning, especially for those who are already very much, well versed with Excel. But still, I would suggest you to practice all this on your own. Make a data set of your own. Get a data set. There are plenty, hundreds and millions of data sets on Google. Get a data set of your own and practice these functions, formulas, and whatever I'm teaching you. All right, guys. Okay, so now I'll meet you in the next lecture. Till then, please keep studying, keep smiling, and take care. Bye.